Alright, I'm going to show completing the square with ellipses. First thing I want to do is I want to drop my x's. Drop an x from each. Everything else stays the same. We got to factor out this value in front of the x. This is why this is different from the circles. Divide this by 9 leaves me x. Divide this by 9 leaves me 2. Everything else stays the same. You got to divide this number by 2. Now I'm going to square it. Remember that when you square this side, you square this number, you've actually changed this side of the equation. You've changed it by this number squared times this. So 1 squared is 1, times 9 is 9. So I have to add to the other side 9. Now I'm going to trap my y's. Drop a y from each. This says 3y plus 18. Everything else stays the same. I'm going to factor that 3 out. This becomes 6. Everything else stays the same. I need to divide this number by 2. Everything else stays the same. Now I'm going to square it. When I square this, I've actually changed this side of the equation. I've changed it by this number squared times 3. So 3 squared is 9. Times 3 is 27, so I have to add that to the other side. Now the thing with these is that they have to equal 1. I can't tell what my A and my B value are right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it equal to 1 by dividing by 36. You can put this whole thing over 36, but it's going to be much easier if you just put each individual part over 36. When I simplify this, it becomes 1 over 4. So this is really going to be the same thing as x plus 1 squared over 4. Plus, when I simplify this, it becomes 1 over 12. So when I simplify this, it just becomes y plus 3 squared over 12 equals 1. So my center on this is going to be -1, -3. Notice that the larger number is under your y, so that actually means that this is a vertical ellipse. So for my vertices, I'm changing the y value. My A is going to be the square root of 12. So my vertices are going to be at -1, -3, plus and minus the square root of 12. My co-vertices are going to come from the x, because that's the smaller change. And this one, it's easier to do the square root. Square root of 4 is 2. So -1 plus 2 is 1. -1 minus 2 is -3. And then my foci, need to figure out what C is. So remember that it's A squared, which is 12, minus B squared, which is 4, equals C squared. So C equals the square root of 8. So my foci, remember that this is a vertical one, so it's going to my x value. I mean -1, comma, -3, plus and minus the square root of 8. And that's what you're doing on these guys. These guys are a little bit tougher, but it's kind of the same process.